Hello world, it is Saturday, July 25th, 2020. It's a sunny, beautiful day in Defiance again. I haven't actually gone outside, so I don't know whether it's hot or not. I think the prediction is it's going to be hot, but sitting around a fire last night with a couple of my neighbors, physically distanced, and chatting as we haven't done since last summer. It was actually getting quite pleasant last night. So it looks like it's going to be a gorgeous day. If you go out, make sure you hydrate enough and be safe. Today's devotional is Artistic Redesign. It's written by Donna Shaper. And she bases her devotional upon Exodus 35, verses 32 through 33. Moses said, "The Lord has called by name Bezalel to devise artistic designs, to work in gold, silver, and bronze, and cutting stones for setting, and in carving wood, in every kind of craft." And Donna writes, "You can pack a backpack in an artistic way, or you can just pack a backpack. Beautiful backpacks have everything you need and have evicted everything you don't need. Beautiful backpacks don't have old bruised apples in them or baggies from long-gone tuna sandwiches. They have notebooks. They have well-packed packaged snacks. They are cleaned out from yogurt spills. They are always too heavy when they could be light." Peggy McIntosh famously described white privilege as an invisible, weightless knapsack of special provisions, maps, passports, codebooks, visas, clothes, tools, and blank checks. We whites could redesign our invisible backpacks. We could take out the maps that direct us to places where we keep our mouths shut when we could speak. We could take out the passports that take us on vacations from justice. We can take out the easy mortgages and monitor what our bank is doing and why. We can remove the opportunity hoarding, the willful ignorance about land and labor, the guilt that holds us back from courage. Anti-racist churches could redecorate their interiors. Reconsider white Jesus. Redesign our blousy words about anti-racism and repack worship with attention to the Pentecost happening this year. We who are white owe debts that we can never repay. As large as those debts are, we bask in God's powerful forgiveness, which is even larger than our debts and calls us to artistic work. And Donna's prayer. "Forgive us our debts as we forgive those of others and ourselves. Let us fulfill your command to be artists. Amen." Well, there's a lot to think about in Donna's devotional. One of the things that comes to mind for me is that the concept of privilege. And a lot of people kind of bristle at that, but it is a reality because privilege is really something that we have and carry around without knowing it, and that's the privilege. We have no concept or clue that it is something that is afforded to us that may not be afforded to other people. That's the very nature of privilege, is not even being aware that it's there. Some of that came to mind to me when I moved to Germany and couldn't speak the language. Because there's a privilege there being able to speak the language. And sometimes when you don't speak the language, either physically or metaphorically, you sound ignorant and stupid. And there were times that I really felt like I wanted to scream at people. I've got a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. I'm not an idiot. And that's, in a way, privilege that I had in the United States, but I didn't have in Europe. That's a very simple example, and it's far different than white privilege, or the privilege of not being a part of racism, I guess. But it's something to think about, something that we always carry around. The other thing that comes to mind is when I was in Jefferson and was part of a team trying to bring the program Bridges Out of Poverty into Ashtabula County. And one of our presenters of this process talked about, I guess what I would now define as privilege, and how different people living in different class structures live by hidden rules without even knowing about it, which is one of the reasons it's so hard for someone who is born into a certain class structure, why they have such a difficult time navigating when circumstances help them or make them, or give them the opportunity to change their class structure. As an example she gave was that generally speaking, people from poor class structures, when they have extra money or come upon extra money unexpectedly, they share it, and because they never know when it's going to come again, so they use that opportunity to enjoy themselves, if but for a moment, and then they invite all their neighbors over. And for the middle class structure, she said, primarily when we come upon a nest egg, we tend to stock it away for a rainy day. She also talked about how in poorer neighborhoods, if someone's throwing a party, they often throw it in their front yard so that all their neighbors can see and can come and join in. And that's really looked down upon and frowned upon in middle class and upper middle class neighborhoods. You don't do that. You do it in your backyard. And so these are hidden rules that we all live by that we're not even cognizant of until we move out of the place we are. So there's a lot to think about there. And we don't need to feel guilty about it. It's just part of who we are and what we are. It's nothing we did to do it. But we can be conscious of that and try to work to make a change, to make a difference, to speak out when we see something being said or going on that we know is wrong, even when our world tells us we should be silent. Well, I think that's enough for today. I hope you have a good day. Hope to see you all on Sunday for Sunday worship on Facebook Live. Take care. Talk to you soon.